Well, hello from the booth of SolarWorld. Next to me is Mr. Ben Santarris, his spokesman for the United States for SolarWorld. Welcome to Rary PV TV and thank you for this interview.
Thank you for having me.
Well, we know that SolarWorld has started a campaign in Europe with the name Pro-Sun, which is actually a campaign, an anti-price dumping initiative regarding China. How is it going?
Oh, it's going very well. We initiated the case in this summer, and then after 45 days, the European Commission decided to initiate it. 25 out of the 27 member states have supported it, and it's all going forward. Now it begins a long process of investigation to get at the facts of the case.
Can you explain us in a few words exactly what this campaign is all about?
Well, this trade case is about whether or not China has been complying with international law in its trade practices. It is illegal under international law to subsidize an export campaign that hurts a domestic industry of a foreign country. It's also illegal to be selling product below the cost of production for the purpose of injuring a foreign industry. So in effect, the question is whether what China has been doing is anti-competitive and against the law.
And who are your main opponents in this case?
Well, our opponents in the case are Chinese manufacturers who are manufacturing in mainland China.
And how many companies are supporting you?
We have more than 20 manufacturers with European operations who are part of our coalition. We are a member of the coalition. And then there are many more companies within Europe that support us because they know that what China has been doing is not fair.
Well, let's talk about the United States. What's happening over here?
Well, here we filed a case, both anti-dumping and anti-subsidy case with the Department of Commerce on October 19th of 2011. So we are now reaching the end of that case, and we'll have the final results on October 10th. And then the final decision verifying the case on November 7th. So we're in the final couple of months. It's gone very well. We've won all of the main decisions, including duties and the questions of whether trade practices are legal, they're not, and so forth. So we're right at the end of the case. It's going very well.
Want to make a prognosis? How do you think this whole case will end?
Well, we don't think that the preliminary duties that were put on the case fully reflect the amount of cheating that has been happening from the Chinese trade practices. So we hope that the facts will direct our government to increase the margins or the duties and to increase the scope to include the full scope that we initiated in the case, which it covered both solar cells and panels.
Is the Chinese government also involved in this price dumping?
The Chinese government is very much part of the price dumping in that it has massively overbuilt the industry so that the entire world is in a flood of product. And it's hurt everybody, including the Chinese companies. And they have been providing illegal subsidies that underwrite an export campaign. So it's very much about the Chinese government.
Okay.
SolarWorld is a technological leader. We've once again advanced our leadership by introducing here today or this week a standard module, 60-cell module that produces 270 watts of electricity. We can compete with any company in the world. We can't compete with the Chinese government.
Where is SolarWorld producing its panels?
We produce for the U.S., for the Americas, we produce in Hillsboro, Oregon. It's the largest by far in the Western Hemisphere, and it's the only plant that does all of the manufacturing steps of solar panels.
And where do you get your raw materials from?
We get most of our raw materials from the United States.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Mr. Ben Santarris. He is spokesman for the United States, for SolarWorld United States.